it's very difficult in history there is always something that happened previously. People think about history as a chain of events, but there is always a link before the first link. And even more importantly, it's not a chain, it's a system of roots. Every event in history usually have a lot of different contributing effects. And people, for instance, talk a lot these days, and for many years, and for good reasons, about the suffering of hundreds of thousands of Palestinians who lost their homes in 1948. Few people know that as a result of the 1948 war, also hundreds of thousands of Jews lost their homes in retaliation for the war. Jewish communities all over the Middle East, in Arab countries, in Egypt, in Iraq, in Yemen, in Syria, who lived there for hundreds, sometimes thousands of years, and had nothing to do with the war. They were driven out. Hundreds of thousands of Jews, the largest group of people now living in Israel are Jews that were expelled as refugees as a result of the 1948 war. Now, does this justify what happened to the Palestinians? No. Does this justify the Israeli occupation and the mistreatment of Palestinians there? Absolutely not. And we shouldn't use historical injuries to justify more injuries. But the thing is that it's very difficult to understand the root causes of complex historical conflicts. And the key message should be, don't try to go back to the past and change it. This is impossible. Focus on the future. Past injuries should be healed and not used as an excuse to inflict more injuries. We've been trying this way of inflicting more and more injuries for generations. We have to stop at a certain point. And again, the key idea is, if you have to choose between justice and peace, choose peace. Every peace treaty in the history of the world was based on compromise. No, we need some level of justice, of course, but there is never a possibility of absolute justice. If you pursue absolute justice, you will only perpetuate war indefinitely.